Hi everyone, and we're back with another Islay whiskey for my lockdown Feis Ile week. Today it's day 4 and we're here with Laphroaig. I have a Laphroaig Select here. It's their entry level whiskey and it's bottled at 40% ABV. So this is basically a whiskey that it's kind of a blend of a lot of their different expressions. For example, the triple wood, which has been in Oloroso casks, the PX, the quarter cask, and a final edition of some of their 10-year-olds. So it's a little bit mixture of this and that. So Laphroaig means the beautiful hollow by the Broadway in Scots Gaelic, and there's a bit of a funny story about Laphroaig. Laphroaig was actually a bottle that you could buy in the pharmacies or get on prescription during Prohibition in the United States. And it is still to this day the best-selling Islay Scotch in the States. Because I mean, they figured that something that kind of looks like medicine, smells a bit like medicine, and tastes like medicine probably is medicine. So it's going to be quite interesting to try this one. But let's have a little look on the nose. It does have quite a punchy smoke, it just hits you straight away. And it does have a specific character that I think a lot of people describe as medicinal. To me it's quite sweet, like quite sweet and kind of humid in a way, and quite citrusy. To me, Laphroaig is like citrusy, damp, sweet, and quite like artificial smoke almost. It's an interesting one. I definitely get a lot of that kind of citrus, like that kind of lemon notes, like a fresh. If you have a lemon and you rub the peel and you smell it, a little bit of that. I mean, definitely smoky. You get a lot of smoke on Laphroaig. But let's have a little taste. Slàinte. It does have this kind of character that reminds me of seaweed. There's a slight bitterness there, which is like an oak tannin bitterness. But it has that kind of sweeter influence, which sometimes makes me think of like Asian food. Like if you have a sweet and sour sauce, it has something in it that's that kind of mixture between the sweet and sour, an element I kind of recognize in the Laphroaig. And then it does have that kind of sweetness. It's a difficult sweetness. It's a very clean sweetness. I'm trying to think if it's sugary or fruity. I do think it's quite a fruity sweetness, like almost like a peachy, like a clean, crisp, peachy sweetness. And it does have that kind of lemony influence as well. Still quite a salty maritime vibe as well. I think this is the one that kind of reminds me most of seafood, if that makes sense. A lot of the other Islay distilleries tends to remind me of like a bonfire or ash, or a lot fruitier, but this one is more kind of salty seafood, lemon, sweet and sour sauce-esque. But it does have that kind of element that almost feels slightly artificial, not in a bad way, but just in the way that if you find the flavours in a liqueur or something else that might have it, that might be an artificial flavour added to it, it might still be lovely, but it's just a bit like they've twisted the flavour, if that makes sense. Still a very lovely smoky whiskey. It definitely, what I think is so lovely about a lot of the Islay distilleries is that they definitely have their own character. And because it's quite a small place, I mean, they only have 9 distilleries, one that doesn't have whiskey yet, and of course Port Ellen if they get up and running soon, which makes it 10. But you can kind of try it and you can see what character it is. You can try a Laphroaig and go, this is like a Laphroaig, or you can try a Colilla and be like, this is a Colilla or Ardbeg or Bruichladdich or Bunnahabhain or whatever you're trying. And it's so interesting that you have such a little island, but even if you're trying your way through islas, you can see their own characteristics and how they're unique, and how even though they're in so close proximity to each other, they have such different whiskies, which I really enjoy when trying Islay whiskies. It sure is a very specific character. I would of course love to hear if you have tried Laphroaig. Have you tried the Laphroaig Select perhaps, or is it another one of their expressions that is your favourite? Please put your comments in the comment section here below. Please consider subscribing if you don't want to miss any of the videos I have coming up soon. We still have a few days to go on this Feis Ile week. And a massive thank you to my Patreons who keep supporting me, and it's just so incredibly appreciated. But as always, have a lovely day. Slán. Skål!